once again, a beautiful worship opportunity we had this evening. It's just, I don't know, there's just something about winter for me that just opens up the floodgates when it comes to worship. I just, especially when we have a new fallen snow like this, it's just, you know, and I know it's not covering everything, but there's just something about a fresh winter snow that just opens you up and, you know, just wants you to just reach out and grab somebody and say, it's Christmas. Do you know what that means? But, you know, as Pastor John started last week, we're doing a series of lessons on the name above all names. And tonight I'm doing one called What's in a Name? It was originally starting out to be strictly Jesus as our wonderful counselor. But as I got into it, I realized that wonderful counselor is kind of an umbrella term for a lot of what Jesus did and many of the names that he stands on by his ministry. So what's in a name? Today, not a whole lot. We don't pay much attention to what the meaning of a name is. You know, we learned this morning in Sunday school that ancient tradition was you named your firstborn son, usually after the father, and if not the father, at least somebody in the family. And John the Baptist, that wasn't the case. They completely broke ranks and didn't even name him a Hebrew name. They gave him a Greek name, in John. And, you know, so that kind of threw things out the window at that point. Back then, names had meaning. Take Isaiah, for instance. His name is a combination of two words. Yasha, meaning to deliver, but also has used to mean brought salvation, gained the victory, saves, Savior. The second word is Yah. It's just a shortened version of Yahweh, Jehovah. And it comes from just that, the name of God. So here we have God delivers, God brought salvation, or brought salvation through God, you know, Isaiah. Funny part is a few hundred years before that, there was a young man named Joshua, who led Egypt into the Promised Land. And his name, his full name, Joshua, means Lord is salvation. And both these names are tied to God's name, Jehovah. And in case you didn't know, Jesus' name actually in Hebrew is Yeshua, Joshua. Him and Joshua share the same name. The Lord is salvation. Next Sunday night, Pastor John's going to bring a message on Emmanuel, the Lord with us. I have Messiah next Sunday morning. So there's a lot of meaning in names. I always, you know, my wife's name in Hebrew, she doesn't like me talking about it, but she does it with her class every year. She's a middle school teacher. And so she has them look up the meaning of their names. Well, hers is Tabitha. And if you remember from your New Testament, Tabitha in Hebrew is Dorcas. And, well, when you say that name, it doesn't have a great connotation to it. When you look up what the meaning of it is, it's gazelle. Now, when I see a gazelle, I see a light-footed, swift animal that can outmaneuver and get through things without getting caught. And let me tell you, that's right.